So, first lesson of the year right here, 1.1 Algebraic Expressions. And we're going to show you right here, Algebraic Expressions. Here in this column is the algebraic expression, and in this column is the English expression. So here it is in English, and over here it is in mathematics. Okay, so stop the video, copy that chart down, then we'll go on. Let's just go through some of these. Right here, to get x plus 28, it can be written in several different ways. It can be, of course, this, x plus 28. 28 added to x is 28, x plus 28. X increased by 28, same thing. 28 more than x, yep, that's x plus 28. And sum, this word sum, and hopefully I can get in here with my little stylus and write and circle this word sum, means addition. In fact, I'm going to go down here and circle words, this word right here, difference. Difference means subtraction. Down here on multiplication, product. Product means multiplication, and quotient is the word that means division. You don't see that as much, but you do see it. So I'm going to erase these marks here. You don't really need those check marks. Whoops. I just did that here. I'm going to erase these check marks. There we go. Alright. So just going through, you can see 42 minus x, definitely 42 minus x. X subtracted from 42. You're taking x away from 42. If it would say 42 subtracted from x, you would take away, it'd be x minus 42 if it was 42 subtracted from x. X less than 42, you're taking away x from 42. This is probably the most difficult one to decipher right here. Then 16 times x is 16x, and we actually don't have to have the times symbol there, so we just write it as 16x. 16 multiplied by x is 16x's, and product we already talked about, and then quotient we'll talk a little bit about more later. So here's the type of problem you're going to have, is something to this effect. It says evaluate x over y for x equals 12.8 and y equals 12.4. So whenever it gives you a problem like this, excuse me, you're going to write the original problem. This is x over y, and then you're going to have some knowns, so we write a semicolon, and we say x equals 12.8, and a comma, and a y equals 4. So the first line is just what you know. The second line is some substitution. So I'm going to write some parentheses right here. Okay, because we're going to substitute right here what goes in for x. Well, 12.8 goes in for x. I wonder if I can get it in there here. Okay, 12.8. 12.8. A little bit difficult to write on the iPad. What goes in for y? Well, 4 goes in for y. And the third line is your answer. So your answer line right here, what's 12.8 divided by 4? Well, 12 divided by 4 is 3, and 0.8 divided by 4 is 2. So this is 3.2. So 3 lines. This middle line right here is called substitution. Very important. You do it all the way throughout the book. Okay? Alright, so then we talk about grouping symbols. And we also talk about order of operations. And you can see order of operations is the same as where you've always learned it. Parentheses, which these are grouping symbols. They include brackets, they include parentheses, and they include what these call their braces. And a lot of times we use these in what's called set notation. We'll get to that later. Then you do exponents. Then you do multiplication and division. there is no multiplication does not take precedence over division. It's in order it occurs from left to right. Then you do addition and subtraction. There is no preference in addition and subtraction. You do whatever comes first in the sentence, reading it from left to right. Okay, here's a big grouping symbol that you've never known. This division bar right here in a fraction. Here's a big long fraction. It's 18 minus 6 times 4 divided by parentheses 9 minus 7 parentheses close bracket over 6 times 2 divided by 4. Okay, so what happens here is this is a big grouping symbol, but you actually do it last. You actually do this division bar. Whatever you get up here, you divide by whatever you get down here. So we're going to show you this cool thing that I think a student taught me before, and I'm going to switch to a smaller pen and a yellow pen right here. Obviously, you're going to do grouping symbols first, and you do innermost grouping symbols. You can see that this has a bracket, and inside that is a parentheses. So we do this parentheses first. We actually do 9 minus 7, which is 2, and I leave it in parentheses, and I write all the rest of this stuff down. I don't think I should be using that. Maybe I'll just use black. Okay, 4 divided by, okay, I did that right there. I still leave the braces or the brackets in there. I still leave the 6, and I leave all this other stuff in there. Now I'm going to do 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Oops, put it in brackets. Oops, go back here. Put it in brackets. Put this in brackets. There's still a 6 on the outside. There's still an 18 that you have to take that stuff away from. Now I do 6 times 2. This is 12. So I have 18 minus 12. So really up here I have, that's 6. So the top I get 6. Down on the bottom I have a multiplication and I have a division. So multiplication and division doesn't take precedence over each other. You just do from left to right. So here I'm going to go from left to right. I'm going to go down here, grab my pen. 6 times 2 is 12. I also have this divided by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So what I basically have is, up top I have 6. Down below I have 3. My answer, goodness gracious, is 2. Right? And I box that in. 2 is my answer. Okay? So that is grouping symbols. That's 1.1 and 1.2 all contained in the same video. Have a good weekend.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.